Hello everyone, and welcome back here. So without much introduction, I'm sure you know the voice that is behind the camera is your girl, Miss Continental. So without further ado, let's hop quickly into this video. So it's quite interesting to know how Ugandans, and I mean you people living in Uganda, and for those of us who are not very familiar with Africa, Uganda is in East Africa. So, and of course, the citizens there are Ugandans. So, yes, I want to just update you a little bit on how they are faring in their quarantine camps. So, it will interest you to know that despite all the measures in place for the government to secure lives, to make sure this deadly diseases is not spreading, all the nooks and crannies of their countries and then world at large. Some people are just like, you know, that kind of laissez-faire attitude. I'm not sure if they don't even believe that the coronavirus exists. I'm not also sure if they know that it exists or if there is a kind of learned helplessness that, yes, they have it. What are they going to do? Let them just enjoy their last minute before they go. And I'm just thinking all these hypotheses, I haven't been able to like come up with any rationale why somebody will be doing this. They're in quarantine camps, but trust me, they are still having that kind of, I don't want to call the name here. So that kind of affection, that kind of relationship, that kind of, you know now, combined service. Another name for combined service can be, they are still disgongwaring each other there. I just, I don't, when I was like, please, this is not funny at all. So right in quarantine camp, they are disgwangwaring each other. They are still having some kind of intimacy. And these are people that they don't even know. They just met there. You know, the health authorities are yet to decide, I mean, to let them know their fate, if they have it or not. Shouldn't that be their problem? I mean, shouldn't that be their ultimate, you know, priority to make sure that they are okay? Like, is that thing going to run? Like, the thing can't hold them. They are so high. They are so, how do I put it? I don't even know how to explain something like this to the public, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. It's not the end of the world. Like, what is going on? People cannot just control their, you know, their, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say, right? I don't want to be too raw on this video. Like, they just can't hold it. Perhaps they've been there for a day. Okay, as we all know, that period is around 14 days. Like, you can't even stay for 14 days without having it, without doing the thing. Like, they just, I mean, stubbornly leaving their hotels and breaking into each other. Not even breaking. This is something that is consensus. Voluntarily, like, going into it, into intimacy when they're in quarantine. Now, so these people, I don't understand though. I know say Africans, you know, our body strong, where the men don't even go there. 24/7 prepared. The women too, with the shape, the way we are even shaped, like the body is very appealing when it comes to things like that. But I mean, this is a case of life and death. This is something that kills people. You are there for a reason. You probably have left family members at home and you are eager to go back home to bring them the good news. And if you don't have it, yes, you go back home to give them the good news. And if you have it, then you have to, like, you know, seek ways to, like, get the virus out of your system. Shouldn't that be their priority? They're just lost in, it's not one, not two, in all over the camps, all over the hotels. They're just freely. What if you have it? Don't you even have concern that you might be spreading it to somebody who may have, because you don't even know if you have it or not. Okay, assuming there's Mr. A and Mrs. Okay, A and B. A has it, B doesn't have it. Don't you even have that resentment that I don't want this person to come near me. This person might be having these symptoms, and I don't want to be infected. Don't you love your life? It's life first before the other part of it. So they couldn't wait. Within that 14 days, they were running out of patience, and they started with no shame, with no they are not even hiding in the first place. And I mean, this is not me saying it. Oh, this is their permanent secretary who kind of revealed this in one of their radio talk show and said that, yeah, these things are happening and they are helpless. They don't know how to curtail people in the hotel. And with all these things that is going on now, I don't know. This is we're kind of begging the question, like, as to, do Africans even take these things seriously? I'm going to say African this time, like, I'm going to generalize this time, because there's a video in another country, my dear country, Nigeria, where you see, like, you in that video, I'm going to play it in a moment. Like more than thousands of people, like grabbing stuff from a downfall car, like I would say, like a bus. Okay, let me just use a truck, like 1,000 of people falling and jumping on each other, trying to get something out of the. I think they were sharing bread or something like that. Look at them, and you call that physical or social distancing? In my last video, I said nothing like that exists. We are just using those languages to deceive ourselves and to show to the world that we too, we are queuing in to try to stop the of the virus. All these things will not work. I just said it last week. It never even reached 3 days. Bill Gates' wife came to kind of confirm that Africa might be swiped off the earth if there is no vaccine for this virus in the next few months. Listen to her yourself.
When I saw what China had to do to isolate such an enormous part of their population, my first thought was Africa. How in the world are they going to deal with this? I've been in townships all over Africa, in slums. When we talk about in our country physical distancing and then hand washing, if you live in a slum, you can't physical distance. You have to go out and get your meal. You don't have clean water to wash your hands. And so as soon as I saw that, and we know from the foundation's work how quickly disease spreads, I thought, oh my gosh, we have a crisis on our hands that we aren't even talking about yet in the United States and what's going to happen to the rest of the world.
Well, even though Melinda Gates, have you not been by your name, or wife, even though she said this, like me, I kind of get a little bit of problem with that too, because I think she's coming out to say this now because of their so-called vaccines. They said they have made like about a couple of them, about 8 of them, and it's in the clinical trials stage. And when this COVID-19 just started, there were no speculations like this, Why are they now suddenly concerned? That's what I'm saying. I kind of get a little problem with her speech. I think it's a little bit patronizing and a nice way to validate that African will not be able to handle themselves, and also will not be able to handle this COVID-19. For me, I see it very patronizing. So I think in a way she's right. But me too, the critic that I am, I always see some kind of loopholes in stuff. That assertion is a little bit problematic to me now, because why is it coming now? Why is it coming at this time? They are looking for a ground for their clinical trials. Why is it coming now? When this COVID-19 just happened, they were self-absorbed, kind of focused, trying to make sure and when it doesn't say the thing don't go out of fun, no, now they they care about Africa. Why didn't they care about the spread of this thing at the beginning? That this thing might professionally scared to the weak people in Africa. Let us quickly do something to stop it so that we here will know how to deal with ourselves. Why be saying that now? Now they are in their clinical trial stage, and they are almost concluding it, and now they are now looking for a place to go and start testing. They are now becoming very patronizing and, trying to validate that, yes, Africa is at risk. So make una for come on and try and maybe. This is how you create discourses, and you try to bring things to justify them. Now, this one is my problem for now. As much as she might be right with what she said, but I also kind of see problems. So all these concerns should be coming earlier, not be now. Mona go find out I want to do whether on our prisoners for that side. Mona go use the trial. Don't bring it to, don't come use Africans to try. And again, you see how we people behave in Africa. We bring ourselves out. We make ourselves like, we always put ourselves in this kind of situation where people will use us as scapegoat. May I put it like that? Now, how we put ourselves is the way we portray ourselves. Look at what we are doing. Who we hear things like this, the thing that is happening in Uganda, having this guangua in a quarantine, when you should be thinking about your life. And look at downfall people. See how people are doing. Who in their right mind will see something like that will not predict something like that? Of course, if there's no vaccine from now till the next couple of months, the thing will just go like wildfire. Nobody can stop it. Forget about social distancing and forget about those fake lockdowns and forget about those people who are the one who converse me pass are those people that are donating billions. Are you guys mad? Seriously? It's so crazy. Instead of you, to organize people door to door and be dropping these things with them, you are still giving it to the same government that is kind of keeping this money to themselves. Of all the billions and okay, now one make name. Okay, you want them to write it in newspaper that Two-Face donated this article. That's just what you want. My people, now all of you, you are best of the same family. You don't care for these people. If you care for these people, you make sure say you are in it now. You people understand each other. That this thing will not actually reach the masses. Now those ones can't dump pass. You should have made sure that, you find way to distribute this thing to people that need it. Not the government, go to enrich the government purse. This is so I don't say I will not come here again and talk about this, but one way or the other, things happening as a consigned Nigerian citizen and a consigned global citizen for that matter, aka Miss Continental. I have to show some concern. I can't be that quiet now. So yeah, guys, that is it. So yeah, I think so guys, that is it. I know fish out. So I just wanted you guys to know that you that are shouting COVID-19 and all that, some people are just very busy enjoying their life. Some people now EX now be their problem, while other people is just food to eat. Forget about COVID-19, it's not their problem. And why some people are very busy kind of looking for a continent, looking for the vulnerable. Or rather portray people to be the vulnerable, where they should quickly go and try out their clinical discoveries and all that. So that is how we put ourselves in a situation where people will kind of use us as a try and error thing, use us to experiment. So now we put ourselves there. So but the thing is, the problem identified is half solved. Now that we don't know all these things, I know rumor has been flying around that is their plan. And they say stone when person see come, you cannot blind your eyes. So let's escape it and tell them no, we don't wise up. So I guess that is it for today. And thanks for watching, guys. Until my next one, please stay tuned. Love you guys. Peace out.